better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jackson now down around his goal line. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Herbert. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
1st and goal at the 1. Here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler from a yard out. And the Chargers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Jackson now. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Now it's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Again, Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. 4th down, here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll go right back to Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another 1st down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
Now Jackson on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw again is Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He'll get this to Eckler. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, Eckler. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Once more, here's Eckler. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Eckler now between the tackles. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough for a Charger first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Tyus Bowser able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Herbert now. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Tyus Bowser getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Back now in Baltimore. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. Down inside the 10. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 39 yards. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes it 24-13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Herbert on first down now. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Herbert. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 61 yards on the ground for him so far. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. It's Eckler again. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That's taken in by Duvernay. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Tyus Bowser, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. So it's a win here for the LA Chargers.